Hello guys, welcome to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are in a penthouse apartment, one of the really fancy ones in San Myshuno. I have never ever in my personal game or on this channel or anywhere in between, I have never renovated one of these, and it was a much bigger ordeal than I thought it was going to be. First of all, let me just address the elephant in the room. Actually, let me address both because I can hear Discord going off. I don't know if you can hear Discord going off. We're gonna go ahead and mute that, but don't worry about that. That's just because I have some lovely friends who are trying to goad me into a game of Humans Fall Flat, and they're winning. Anyways, so let me address the elephant in the room first, and that is the aspect ratio changing wildly and the quality changing wildly through this entire video. The footage you're seeing right now is still an old abandonware software that I've been using for forever because, as I may have mentioned on this channel way too many times, I have sort of been fiddling around with the idea of some sort of YouTube channel since I was like 13. So I've just always had this software on my computer. And that also dates my computer. Oof. Anyways, it finally died. It finally gave up the ghost. Couldn't get it to run. Reached out to the company and they were like, why on this green earth are you still using that? We abandoned that eons ago. No, there's no way to fix that. You've used it past its expiration date. Which fair. So now I'm an OBS user, which is exciting, but it also means that I have no idea what I'm doing once again, and I was not very good at this to start. So bear with me because I downloaded OBS and got it all set up, I thought, and then I realized the aspect ratio was wrong after about 30 minutes of recording. Should I have tested this? Yes, but in my defense, I did do a test patch and the quality looked fine, and so I was like, great. I didn't think about the aspect ratio, and I didn't notice it because I'm apparently blind to that sort of thing. But then I realized, oh shoot, like halfway through the aspect ratio is off, and then I realized, wow, my computer way overheats because it's a laptop every time I do this. And so then I had to mess with like how it like processes things, because the old software you just recorded and it saved it in sort of the super weird obscure file format, and then you sort of turned it into a video file. I'm not explaining it very well, but the long and the short of it is it meant that I wasn't trying to record while processing the video. Now I'm all fancy and do that all in one, and I had to set that all up, and who knew you had to set that all up? Because I did not know you had to set that all up. But anyways, I think I got it working, so by the end of the video, it might be an actual functional video. We shall see. But I liked this apartment too much to not use the footage, and by the time I was having all of these issues, I was a little bit too committed to, like, start over. I'm almost always too committed to start over. I'm lazy. I don't want to, like, I just don't. So this kitchen starts out really funny, actually, and it's been so I started this build, it would have been July 19th, the day before my birthday, because the software died on my birthday, and I was like, cool. So OBS was a gift I gave to myself, which actually, like, now having used it, it is now August 30th, so I've used it now for about a month, and I will say that there were so many nice quality of life things. It was, in fact, actually a gift. It didn't feel like it at the time. It felt like a total, like, really? But now it feels like a gift. But what was my initial point? Oh, this apartment has changed. Like, I forgot how it started, because originally, yes, I wanted to do brick and really moody dark tones, and I'm getting better at that, but I am not a dark wood kind of person. I am a light toned kind of person, and that's where this apartment ends up going. Although I will say it has a little bit of, like, a tonal shift in each section. This front, or this, like, main living space, or it's sort of like your entertaining space, your big fancy kitchen, your big fancy dining, your open living. It is casual, but it's got a little bit more of like an I'm put together and I'm a refined adult vibe. Especially like the entryway, there's like a formal sitting space and a formal like there's almost, I tried to make it almost a patio space, but like a little bit more intense than that, because we don't actually have a lot of patio space in this particular apartment, and so I tried to do like outdoor eating inside, because I imagine you could pop like the door open and stuff. But I also wanted a landing space, because if someone comes all the way up here to like talk to you and you don't like them, you may not want them in your house, but you need a landing space. Anyways, I digress. I thought about this way too much. This all has a more uniformed vibe. Not great, but better. It has an interesting vibe. The downstairs completely changes. Each bedroom downstairs, there's 2 guest spaces in this house. Those completely change. I imagine a single person living here. I guess those 2 guest spaces could also be children's rooms. They could also be a den. But what I set up is the upstairs. I made this extravagant master that could absolutely totally be 2, possibly 3 bedrooms. You could swap it. Extravagant master bath that again could probably be 2 bathrooms if you split it. Then there's the bathroom. There's not a bathroom on the main floor, so they do have to go upstairs for the guest bath. And on that floor is also your office space. And I thought that kind of made sense. It didn't make sense for the bathroom down here. It's upstairs entirely because I forgot one down here. It's fine. But the upstairs, it kind of made sense a little bit in that the office is right next to the guest bath, so that you don't have to go all the way into the master. You don't have to walk all the way around, which makes sense when we get upstairs and you see the size of the upstairs. I also just did a cutaway and left it open, sort of all together, flowy, very sort of like, I almost wanted to mimic a loft without it being a loft, because obviously it's a giant and this would be a huge loft. That being said, it definitely comes together. I think it works out. The downstairs, the basement, if you will, even though it's obviously an apartment building, but the lowest floor where you would go down the stairs to get it, that's totally like a game and hangout room. There's a piano den there, which I have no idea, to be honest with you, how you got that piano in there, but we don't need to think about that. That's for somebody else to puzzle through. That's why you hire movers when you have this much money. When you have penthouse money, you just hire movers. But there's a piano down there, there's a giant movie screen, and that's where the guest spaces are as well. And one guest space is done very like old Hollywood, and one guest space is done very sort of like boho chic, mostly because I got the high school pack between the start and end of this video, which would make sense because I said I had a birthday. Thank you, family. But they kind of make sense a little bit when you look at the downstairs, because I did kind of a movie theme. As it went on, I imagined this this person being sort of a multifaceted like actress, but like she's also maybe writing a book, and she's also thinking about going into music, and you know, she's like the triple threat, or could be at the very least. That's kind of who I imagined living here. I know this isn't the Hollywood world, but it's kind of, you know, who I met. Maybe she's a stage star, I don't know. I also totally just noticed you can see my taskbar, or not taskbar, but like the window bar up at the top. That goes away, I'm pretty sure. Oh my goodness, this video is such a mess. It's okay. You guys should be used to me by now. I'm a little bit of a mess. I think it's because I like have perfectionist tendencies, to be honest with you, and it's ruined a lot of like creative projects in the past because I get like too intense about it. And so I like promised myself when I started this, I was like, I'm not gonna be super intense about it. I'm just gonna continue to enjoy building silly stuff in The Sims and then just record it, because some of it kind of turns out cool. And that's kind of been the goal for this whole channel. Is just like, it's gotta stick cool. If I make it too intense, I'm gonna freak. So I haven't made it too intense, but sometimes I look at videos and I'm like, did you really, like, you need that footage, but did you really record your whole taskbar? All right. Yeah. Oh my goodness. But anyways, I've been talking now for quite a while and not about the build. So like I said, it's actually 3 bedroom, and then let's see, it would be 3 baths, I believe, because there's a guest space downstairs, because I didn't want you to have to walk all the way from the downstairs to the upstairs. And it's not super practical because there's not a bathroom on this level. I think if you push the kitchen in one and perhaps squished the dining space a little bit, you could probably get away with a second bathroom, like a powder bath perhaps, or maybe if you rearrange the stairs a little bit. Downstairs, you could definitely move the stairs in and then get a powder bath upstairs, and then make like a linen closet situation downstairs. This place might actually be right for a run out. We might actually do this place again and do like a completely different floor plan. I think in the future too. This was one of those situations where I walked in with more of a vibe. That's great sometimes. I think I need to come in with a floor plan. Come in with a floor plan first, and then decorate, because I don't know if this floor plan isn't bad, but it's not great. But there are 3 bathrooms was the initial point of that sentence, and the kitchen is huge and completely functional. Lots of seating spaces. With tiny deck, which is not my fault. I didn't really get to choose the side of the deck, because some walls delete and some don't, so you only get so many options, because that like mid bit with the elevator you don't get to touch, which is why it's such a vastly different style. But there are walls in here, like those pillars and stuff, that you can't really touch. And so I didn't choose. That's why I put giant curtains up on the window, because anyone can come up, and you don't have to let them into your house, but they can come up and then they can stare at you in the patio, and that weirded me out, so we put up curtains. But it's kind of a tiny patio space for an apartment of this size, and only one. I did try to make it match the rest of the building. That's why the flooring pretty much stays the same. And I did try to make it a little bit more of a lounge space. There's a barbecue out there, but I imagined, like, how would I spend 90% of my time out there? And it would be with a book. So I was like, let me put a telescope out there. Let me put lounges to go read. You know, I'll put the barbecue out there because I like to barbecue. But I didn't put, like, obviously the patio furniture is inside for, like, eating and dining, because I figured the door I put to match, again, because I was trying to match the aesthetics of the building. But if I were to do it, I would put some sort of big slider. Like, if this was real life, I'd put some sort of big slider in there so that you could pop it open and have the outside and inside feel like they were one and the same. That would be my plan. Because, you know, in this reality, I'm apparently rich enough to just start tearing out doors and windows and things in a high-rise apartment. Oh my goodness. Now, right into the master. Again, you can kind of see I tried to stick with the vibe a little bit, but I definitely move on from it. Oh, there's also a big walk-in wardrobe, which to date is still the only walk-in wardrobe I've done because... Oh, yeah. Does anyone else have this problem where, like, you place a wall somewhere else in the build, and even with move objects on, it just tanks everything? Because I have that issue quite a bit, and a lot of times I end up having to just restart the game, which is terrible. Here I'm checking. I'm getting obsessive about it. But I have that problem a lot. But what I was initially saying is there's an actual walk-in wardrobe in this place, which I have to date only done one of, this one, because when I bought Dream Home Decorator, I was so excited, honestly, about the sectionals that I completely forgot that you could do wardrobes and stuff. I still haven't played with the career yet either, which occurred to me fairly recently, which is crazy to me, right? Because I was so excited about it, but I bought it on sale in a bundle with some birthday money, but like early. It's a long story. Anyways, I was gifted an early birthday present, but I bought it with Paranormal and I bought it with Eco Lifestyle, and I actually haven't had time to play with the Eco Lifestyle stuff, like the actual gameplay, very much either. But I got really into the haunted house, and I've played a lot with the haunted house, and so like this build really, because I use so much Dream Home Decorator, made me really want to play with the lifestyles, with the career. So I think next long weekend I know what I'm doing with my time. Especially, I love The Sims when it's like kind of a cold, rainy weekend. Like I play so much more gameplay Sims during the winter time, because in the summertime I obviously want to be outside, I want to be on the farm, I want to be doing stuff, I want to be hanging out with the animals. In the winter time, curling up when it's like pouring rain and it's super cozy, that's prime simming time. That is prime simming time. It's great. But anyways, I can hear my voice starting to go. This is going to be quite the video to finish up editing on, and I have another one to record, and I go on call in like 20 minutes. So I got a lot to get done in the next 20 minutes, so I'm going to let you all go. I hope you enjoyed this build. I hope it's kind of maybe a little bit different than what we usually do on the channel and kind of fun. It was definitely different for me, and I full on underestimated it. I was like, yeah, I'll have it done in a day. Lies, a month later. Oh, goodness gracious me. But I do hope you enjoy it, and I hope you're having a great day and a great week. And if you're not, please know that you're loved here, and we're so excited you're around, and we're so excited that you exist, and we hope your days and weeks get better. I don't know who we is. Me. It's me. It's just me on the channel. I'm Chief Cook and Body Washer here. But yeah, I hope you're having a great time. And I hope, if not, I hope you know that we want you to have one. And I will talk to you all very, very soon.